Wonder how long that's been sitting there. This is a little kid's chair from a school or something. Oh, what the heck is this? Bloody hard work. Hello everyone. I'm in the middle of a river right now, although you wouldn't know it because it's completely dried up. Which means it's the perfect time of year to walk along the riverbed and clean out all of the crap that has ended up here, unfortunately. Including whatever this is. A metal bowl. Not entirely sure how that's ended up at the bottom of a river. But there you go. And this kind of plastic bowl as well. Still, never mind. We'll get it all picked up. Look at that. That is an old school, like ring pull opening from an old can. Wonder how long that's been sitting there. It's a ball. This is a little kid's chair from a school or something. What? Cone. That's like the front of a train from a Duplo set. Right, so why am I walking down a dried out riverbed at night time? You might be wondering. Am I crazy? No. Well, maybe you need to be a little bit crazy to do this kind of thing. A pair of kids' binoculars there. There is loads of children's stuff along here. We've had the Duplo train and the kids' binoculars and the little kiddie's chair. Why is that all washed up here? Anyway, so this is the River Linnet. It's one of the two main rivers that flow through our town, Bury St Edmunds. And, well, in recent years, the Linnet has become quite a lot drier than it used to be. What is this? This is like the headboard from a bed. What the heck is that doing there? Yeah, the river is a lot drier than it used to be. Kind of runs at a trickle for most of the year, unfortunately. But when you get a particularly hot summer like this, the rivers do actually completely dry up. And yeah, I'd walked past here the other day just to see what it was looking like, and yeah, there is a fair bit of stuff in the riverbed. Bits of furniture, random like traffic cones, and I think that's a basketball down there. But yeah, this would be the perfect time of year to get down here and just clear it all up so there's no more rubbish in the river once it does fill up again. Alright, let's move this. That's not too heavy. I'm wearing my wellies for this one, guys. I didn't think I'd be needing these kind of big boots anytime soon. It's been like 32 degrees today, incredibly hot. Well, the last thing I wanted to do was pull some boots on, but actually it's cooled down a bit this time of the evening. And although the river has dried up, it's still a little bit boggy in places, and I think there might still be some water sitting down a little bit further down, so I didn't want to end up having to wade through water in my shoes, you know. But yeah, it's not too bad down here now. It's about 8 o'clock at night. It's kind of a rare evening litter pick for me, but I've been meaning to get down here and sort this out. And I was looking at the weather forecast earlier, and we're actually due a full day of rain tomorrow, which we haven't had in weeks and weeks and weeks. I thought I'll be just my luck that the river will start flowing again before I can actually get it cleaned up. Right, let's drop this up here on the bank, guys. Wow. Yeah, not too bad along here really, compared to some places that we go and litter pick. This is more of a kind of odd pieces here and there that have washed up or have sunk in the river, but you can kind of pick up patterns. And I say this in some of my videos, you pick up patterns of behavior from people who are walking around this area. It's clearly something to do with children. There is a school near here, and maybe during playtime or something they've... Oh, that was lucky. That stayed up there. Phew. Maybe during playtime they've had a bit of fun throwing things in the river, and that's how they've ended up here. But the rest of it is mostly beer cans and beer bottles, I think. There's one. That's one that we see a lot. Alright, what's this one? Cider. Yeah. Same old stuff. But yeah, a few kind of bulky, heavy items here for sure. But I think overall it's not going to be a massive litter pick, to be honest. More of a kind of half-hour type thing. It's a little bit dark down here, guys. I don't know if this will come out necessarily, but hopefully it's light enough, just light enough to see. There's a Waitrose shopping trolley just in this little pool of water. So I think what I'm going to do is bundle some of this stuff into the trolley, and then I can just leave it all in one convenient spot for someone at the council to come and take away. I know what this is. There's another one behind the headboard up there. Bloody hell, that's heavy. Okay, I need to be smart about this so I don't get crushed. It's the foundations of a bench that used to sit here. It was like completely rotted out and neglected. And I think it's finally fallen to pieces. Oh, bloody hell. And these heavy metal arms have just fallen into the river. But anyway, whew, hopefully that's the heaviest thing of the night. So go under the bridge. Whenever you go under a bridge, always check for trolls. Yeah, we're clear. That's the base of the traffic cone. Okay, let's actually have a little wander down here. Another traffic cone. Another cone. Yeah, definitely a good pile of other stuff to get out of here. Yeah. That was famous last words, me saying it's nice and cool down here this time of night. Of course, as soon as you start doing any kind of work, especially picking up massive heavy bits of concrete, you soon work up a sweat. Sheesh. What's this? Looks like someone's shirt. Oh no. Some children's trousers of some kind. Right. I really don't want to be overworking tonight, but I can at least clear some of the bigger bits of wood out of the way, just so that the water can flow once it gets going again. Man, there's definitely an abundance of random children's stuff down here. Okay, that was actually my entry point down into the river, and it's going to be my exit point too, so instead of picking up all this stuff and carrying it with me and then having to carry it all the way back, why don't I go to the end of where I'm getting to and then work my way back to that bridge? I think that's probably a bit cleverer. So yeah, stuff like this, these big branches that have fallen off. Might as well clear the path for the water to come through when it eventually does. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different balls come out of here. This is the kids' playground in here. They've all been booted over the fence. Okay. Whew. I am hot. I'm gonna keep going a little bit further, just to explore, see what else is down here. I kind of got my work cut out now. Okay, we have tracks, definitely animal tracks. Deer, muntjac deer probably. I'll come down here to cool off in the water. This blockage is slightly beyond me. Fallen tree. I mean, ideally I wanted to get to the main road. There's a busy main road up here that goes across the river. So you can never say I don't take you to some cool places. Huh. There aren't many people that wander down here in the riverbed, I can tell you that much. Okay, we've hit water. That's pretty deep. If I wanted to get beyond here, this is the main road here, guys, I was telling you about. It was pretty quiet tonight. Conveniently, about a month and a half ago, I was right down there on the other side of this road with the local conservation group, and I had my full set of waders on, and I was clearing stuff out of the river. So I actually know it's pretty clean down there. So this seems like a good spot to turn back and collect everything up as I go. What is that? There we go. Now that, bloody hard work. Whew. Well, I've cleared a little bit of space there for the river to come through when it eventually does. Oh, yeah. Oh, tell you what, I'm blowing. That was really heavy going in this heat. Okay. And for a change, the bottles and the cans aren't full of beer or slugs. They're actually just full of muddy river water, which I much prefer. Okay. Oh, what the heck is this? I don't even want to know what that is. Let's tip that out. There's actually a hole in the top of it, so I think it is just mostly river water and sludge and crap that's got in there. Trying hard not to breathe in and smell it, just in case. Now I am reusing a shopping bag here that I found. It's always handy because it saves me having to use an extra litter bag. And I get the sacks for free from the council, but even so, I still like to make them last. Efficient. It's all about efficiency. Right, we're gonna have some fun with the footballs here, I guess. I may miss. Ah, that worked out. I think what I'll probably do is pile them all up next to the fence, or somewhere where they can see them. Do them a favour here, give them their stuff back. There's a cone there, that's definitely from the school as well. Right, this bag is definitely full though. Let's get some of these balls on the way. That's like a small netball. Alright, those were netballs, I think. Washing up tub. That's another netball. Oh, in the back of my head I was thinking that this was the my bridge that I'm trying to get back to, but of course it's not. I've actually come quite a long way. But still, it's going to need a few trips anyway to get all this bulky stuff, all these balls. I'm actually not a bad footballer, guys, but well, define bad. These balls, well, firstly, most of them aren't actually footballs, netballs. They're also a bit deflated, a little bit like me after realizing how much stuff there is. And I'm already so excited for a cold shower tonight. Oh, honestly. Tennis balls now. Loads of tennis balls. And the tennis balls are actually in good order, so maybe what I'll do is I'll pop them all in this handy plastic bucket, and I can leave them all with the other balls. So many balls. I know somebody who lives along here, so I'll get them to contact the school. About getting all of this stuff, and well, maybe they can consider some measures to stop that from happening. I think they might need a slightly taller fence, because this is pretty unacceptable, really, isn't it? All right, these other balls out. Right, we're approaching a milestone now. Once I'm under this bridge, we're kind of on the home straight down to the final bridge, so. Okay, I can go in my new Pimm's jug. That is a Pimm's jug of tennis balls. How very British. Sounds like something you get at Wimbledon. Pimm's jug of tennis balls. But that is literally what I have. I'm also aware now that it's kind of quickly starting to get dark. I mean, it won't be fully dark for another hour, but it's so shady down here. Pretty soon you won't be seeing much on this camera. Get that out of there. Okay, now we're in a sea of balls. What are we going to do with all of this? I think, since we're coming to the final bridge now, oh, and it's a bit lighter here too, thank goodness, I'll leave all the balls kind of piled up here a little bit out of the way, so people don't come down here and play with them and kick them around, but just so the school can then be alerted that they're there all in one spot. Okay, right, where's going to be the spot? Just down there where I've left the bag. I think that's going to be the place to leave all of these balls. Alright, let's just get finished up here and done. It was kind of my rough aim to finish by about 9 o'clock tonight. Time is now 9:10. I don't want to be home too late. Else Liz will be having words with me, you know? Alright, come on. Alright, this is probably as good a place as any. Now that I've collected all those footballs, I can leave them there. Jump! Alright. Good Lord, that was hard work. Right, let's snap a quick picture of this. I think we got 26 large balls of different types and different sizes. Okay, well, I think it's fair to say I've done my very best here to clean this river up tonight. Oh God, look at my muddy knees. My boots are filthy. Sheesh. Yep, and we can call that a day, guys. So, just to give you a quick recap, I like to do a summary on my videos. I was at the next bridge on this river. I cleared all the kind of light stuff along here, underneath the bridge, and all the way along, right the way down to Culham Road, which is the main road down there. And I've cleared out pretty much everything that I found down there, I think. I've just left the balls back there for the school. We got 2 full bags of rubbish and the equivalent of about, I mean, really 2 other bags of rubbish there. Shopping trolley, headboard, all that other crap. Pass that on to the council. I'm gonna go home and have a really good shower and clean off because this is ridiculous. All right. So thank you very much as always for watching, guys. Oh, I'm just finishing up. This is what always happens. I'm just finishing up and there's an extra can. All right, get that in there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, buying us coffees. We really appreciate it. This was a fun one. It was hard work, but really good result. And until next time, adios.